So, yeah. Oh, well, you're not. Teresa, you're not. Really? Oh, no way. No way. You are not far from me. 100%, Kitty. 100%. It shouldn't be. If you and your kids are happy, then they were shouting it. So Tucker, mum of 3 beautiful children, has moved into a property which is next door to Elphaba. I don't want to say too much on your behalf, love, but she's left an unsavoury situation and is there with her children. Now, we all know that Elphaba likes to belt out Defying Gravity and cares not what time it is. And they've been putting their washing machine on, which sounds like the concrete's come out the top. Honestly, it sounds dreadful. Hi, Poker! So she's... Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. They're making a lot of noise. I think one of your kids has not been very well. Elphaba's been screaming at this lovely lady through the wall, banging on the walls, was asked or told not to make noise after 7 p.m. That lasted for, I don't know, I'll probably count it in hours, and is now continuing. And this is after the big apology. Oh, God, that's awful. Oh, do you know what? This is what annoys me. There are so many people gifting this individual who has absolutely no problem and will call it defending themselves. Against what? Elphaba, what are you defending yourself against? Your neighbour? Your big, scary neighbour? I tell you what, Elphaba, if your neighbour was a 6'2" man, right, with children, would you be doing the same? Would you, honestly, hand on heart, be doing the same? Because I don't think you would. I really don't think you would. So if you wouldn't do it to a 6'4" fella with kids, why are you doing it to the mum? You are re-traumatising those children. You are re-traumatising those children. And do you know what? I'd left you alone, Elphaba. I decided you were not worth my time. But when I found out what you were doing as a mother, my blood started boiling. As a mother, oh, for heaven's sake, as a mother who's also fled a situation like that, how dare you? How dare you intimidate other people? Who do you think you are? And I'm respecting your pronouns and I'm calling you Elphaba, so I'm not being transphobic, am I? I'm calling out your behaviour. And it's despicable. So, for anyone that doesn't know, Elphaba follows a pattern. There's a pattern of behaviour. And it'll start with the lie. So we'll start with the lie. She will make up a story or embellish a story in which she comes out looking either A, like the victim, or like a really decent person. Okay? So, I'm just trying to think of an incident. There are so many. But she will say, let's take the incident at the beginning of the year when she claimed she'd been essayed by somebody. Then put a photo up of the person. And doubled down and doubled down and doubled down again until she was forced to make an apology, because the internet remembers. The internet doesn't forget, and the people who listened to the explanation went away, did a bit of digging and went, we found a few flaws in your story. So she had to then apologise. Not a wholehearted apology. She actually mentioned that she knows people are a little bit sensitive when it comes to that stuff. So she'll apologise. And then what happens, she'll get depressed, right? She'll act like, no, I won't say act. She will assume the role of a very down, misjudged victim. Okay, so then we'll get the pity party for one, yeah? Following on from that, when that doesn't work, we get the rant. We'll have the rant. Everybody's against them. Nobody likes them. I don't care. I'm going to carry on being me. I've been bullied my whole life. I'm going to stick up for myself. I have a right to exist. Yada, yada, yada. And then it begins again, right? That's the pattern. That's the cycle. What Elphaba forgets is that everybody else also has the right to exist. Everybody else also has rights. Everybody else has got things going on with them. Not everybody lies, and not everybody comes onto TikTok to cry. Okay? I haven't been on TikTok for ages, Elphaba. I've had stuff going on in my life. If I'd come online and on a live when I was feeling low, I'd have dragged everybody down with me. So I didn't come online. Yeah? So there's a tip for you. If your mental health is suffering and you're feeling victimised, don't pick up your phone and go live. I know it's staggering. I know. That sort of advice. Who on earth would have thought that? Just don't come online. Yeah? Really simple. Really simple. And now, I told you, didn't I? I told you in the TikTok that you thought you'd managed to get taken down and I had restored, that you've upset so many people who are mothers, fathers, who have younger siblings, grandchildren, you name it. I don't think there's a section of society that you haven't offended in some way. But now you've offended, well, you've definitely offended me. And bullying a young mum, even for you, that's low. That's low. And I know so much about you, Elphaba. Please be under no illusion that I know an awful lot about you that's not been spoken about, that hasn't been aired. Okay? And I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say anything. But know that I know. Yeah? The other thing you've done, which really was quite incredible, was you wanted everybody to find out where Bambird was, didn't you? Find out her name, find out where she lived. Because what were you going to do? If you got that information? But how many times have you sat on a live and said, I've been doxed. Everybody knows where I am. Oh, it's awful. It's terrible. I don't feel safe. Yet you're quite prepared to send your audience to go and look for a woman. Again, Elphaba, if Bambird was a 6'4" bloke, would you have done the same? Because I don't think so. And do you know what that tells me about you? And this is my opinion. It's not fact. I don't know what goes on in your head, but you are awfully quick to pick on women, aren't you? Haven't seen you go after a man yet. I'd be interested to see if you do, though. Because you just pick on women. And what you don't understand about women is we'll take it, and we'll take it, and we'll take it, and we'll take it, and we'll take it till the cows come home, until the day we don't. And that is this day, Elphaba. That is this day. So the cycle is, at the moment, I think everybody's seen the TikToks where she apologised. And I'm sure a lot of people thought, oh, she sounds genuine. Yeah. She was very, very sorry. Her life was a car crash. She's been awful. How long did that last, Elphaba? How long was that? Before you decided that, actually, that apology was just a word salad and I don't mean a word of it. Hey up, we've got a Freya in the house. Right? So, I don't believe you. I don't believe you apologised. Your apology. I don't believe you. I don't believe anything you say, actually. If you told me the grass was green, I'd have to go out and check. Because I don't believe you. You have lied too often. It's second nature to you. I don't even think you know you're doing it sometimes. And you need to remember the internet has a very long memory. Right? You want people to judge you for you, yes? You want people to watch you live and form their own opinions. Can you remember when you were live a couple of weeks ago and you were screaming at your neighbour? Do you remember that? Well, people have watched that and they've made a judgment on you. So we are forming an opinion based on your behaviour, not based on AI or edited clips, right? We see it. We see what's going on. And you are absolutely off your head if you think we don't. Seriously, you really are. And there are so many people, Elphaba, that at one point, despite your actions, wanted to help you, wanted to make you aware of what was happening, what you were doing, what you were causing, and how you could stop. But you ignored everybody because you think you know best. And you don't. Trust me, as you get older, you'll realise the less you know. As the older I get, the less I know, right? So I'm afraid my sympathy and my time to have some sort of empathy with you is gone. And do you know why it's gone? Aside from the hundreds of utterly despicable things you've done, which I'm not going to tell anyone, you picking on a young mum with 3 children or 2 children, whatever it is, nah, step too far that, Elphaba. So now you have to deal with this. This is the fallout to that behaviour. This is the fallout, right? I've seen you begging people not to believe what FYP shows and not to believe clips and not to believe all these AI. This is not AI. I've watched you. If you want to, I'll tell you what, this is a really good tip for you, actually. Go on the Observer's YouTube page and go and watch some of the TikToks that she's put up that are of you, that are not edited. Watch your own behaviour. See what we see. I do believe on an Instagram post, your mum was trying to give you good advice for once. She said to you, people don't want your apologies. They want you to change your behaviour. And she was spot on. Spot on. We're all flawed. We've all got things that don't go right. Okay? We all do things that aren't right. But the difference between us and you is that we learn from our behaviour. Okay? We learn and we change it, which is something you're not doing. You are continuing the cycle. And it's really sad. It's really sad to see. It really is. Because your life could be so much more than what it is at the moment. It really could. You could have done so much good. Oh gosh, no. Elphaba is one of how many creators on this app that are questionable. But at the moment, that's my focus because of the attack on the neighbour. That's the only reason I'm mentioning Elphaba tonight, because of the attack on the neighbour. Oh no, absolutely, Sarah. I completely agree with that. No, I know. It's just, you know, I have empathy for people. I do. Even when I don't like people, I try to see things from their point of view. But honestly, trying to put myself in your shoes, like I'm the neighbour, I'm you, and the neighbour lives next to. I can't imagine a set of circumstances where I would be banging on the wall and intimidating children, Elphaba. Not. Forget the parent. Maybe you don't like the parent. I don't know. The children, Elphaba. Yeah. It's the children you're affecting the most. Then that affects the mum, but you're scaring children. What bit of that are you okay with? What bit of that are you all right with? Because I don't I don't get it. I don't understand. You want to be a shining example. You want to be this person who stands up and is counted and does the good fight and all the rest of it. And yet you're scaring, no worries, Tucker, you're scaring children. You take care, darling, okay? Yeah, scaring children. I couldn't sleep at night. I mean, well, you don't, do you? You sleep during the day. But yeah. Oh, Tucker. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Goes in the pot. Oh, do we, Vicky? Do we? No, I completely agree. I completely agree. So, like I said to you before, I have gone on to the Observer's channel because, like I said, the Observer doesn't edit. She just uploads. Hang on just a second while I fiddle with this. Wait a minute. What was this one? Oh yeah, the transphobic thing. Oh, for goodness sake. Do you know what, Elphaba, right? If you dislike me, does that make you age phobic? When you dislike somebody, does it make you phobic? Do you know, a phobia is a fear, right? Let's have it right. A phobia is a fear. So you can be fearful of spiders. So to say that people are being they're scared of you, they're not. And you know, the stupid thing is, nobody cares whether you're trans or not. They really don't care. You can be, I don't care. I don't care how you identify. I don't care how you see yourself. It's none of my business. You're your own person. You can do what you want. It's when your lies and your behaviour affect those around you and strangers that it's an issue. Right? You are taking transphobia as a term and you are belittling it. Because there are people out there, trans people out there, who suffer horrific abuse, right? Whose lives can be in danger, okay? And you take that word and throw it at anybody that disagrees with you. It is ridiculous. It's to the point where now you are saying, oh, you're transphobic, and we're all going, whatever, and we're rolling our eyes. Now, when that becomes a problem is when somebody else who's actually experiencing any kind of prejudice for being trans, the problem comes when we roll our eyes because we've heard it so often. This is what I want you to understand. You are damaging people by the overuse of that term. Do you understand? Now, the only reason that I'm calling you she is because I respect the community, not you. Hi, Carrie, I respect the community, and that's it. All right? Do you respect the community, Elphaba? Because I'm waiting to see some sort of respect towards the community you allegedly are a part of. You know? Treat other people as you want to be treated, yeah? What was it the other day? Gifts, that was it. It was gifts, wasn't it? People were sending gifts, like a hat with a moustache or whatever it was, and you decided that people were doing that to pick on you. So anybody who sent you a gift that had any sort of male energy with it, you blocked them, didn't you? After they'd sent you a gift, you blocked them because you decided that they were being transphobic. They were trying to get a rise out of you. So you just blocked them. Why? I get sent that stuff. I've had that stuff. Do you see me ranting? That's a misogynistic gift. Don't give me that. You're blocked. Does that not sound ridiculous to you? Because it sounds ridiculous to me. Oh, you're kidding me. Thank you. There you go. That's what you say. You say, thank you. And you move on. Thank you, Jiminy. I would have to agree with that book, nerd. I would have to agree with that. I don't think there is any... there's no... You know how... I have to be really careful how I say this. Do you know how there are some trans women that... Well, most trans women are allies, aren't they? They're allies of the human race and they're allies of women. And so they work with us, not against us. Does that make sense? Elphaba is determined to be that piece of Lego you step on in the middle of the night. And I don't understand why. Why? if you identify as female, therefore you attempt to behave in that manner, yes? So why are you so horrible to women? Is it a jealousy thing? And I'm being serious. Is it a jealousy thing? Is it a you are what I want to be, so I hate you thing? Is it... I don't know what it is, but you constantly pick on women. Women you have a real issue with. Oh, completely. And the fact that I've heard some figures bandied about over what Elphaba's earned on TikTok. I think you can find out roughly, can't you, what people are earning. The amount of money that you've had and what you've said you were going to do with it is criminal. It's... You could have helped, even if you weren't prepared at this point. And I completely agree that having that surgery must be utterly terrifying. I cannot imagine being in that situation. Hi, Bananas. I can't. And hats off to anybody that faces that kind of trauma. I don't know how I'd deal with it. You could have paid... with the money that you've earned in the last 3 years, you could have paid for 10 people to have everything done. So if you're supporting the trans community, yes, and you want to help and you want to raise awareness and trans rights are human rights, etc., why haven't you helped anybody else? If that journey is not right for you and you just socially transition rather than physically, fine. But why would you not help anybody else with all the money you've had? Why have you not done something productive with that money? Paid for theatre school, classes, singing, whatever you need to do. You've done nothing. Literally nothing. For a lot of people, the fact that you've done nothing is a massive problem. Because your whole thing on here was, I'm trying to raise money for a transition. Louis Vuitton handbag is not a transition, let me tell you. But you could have helped. You could have helped so many people. You know Toby J? Toby J has saved up gifts and donated them to somebody who was in need of help with their transition. Be it, I don't know what it was for. It could have been for hair removal, anything. But they gave that money. He gave that money to them to help them because he was in a position to do so. So why aren't you doing that? And I'm not saying you have to give your money away. Of course you don't. But why aren't you supporting them? They said to me the other day, I hope I make you... Excuse me? Did they say that to you in a TikTok? Was that a TikTok or on a live or something? That is... I mean, it goes without saying, let's face it. We absolutely are Team Toby. It was on a live. I hope I make your ears bleed. So, that's wishing violence on somebody, isn't it? Do you look... I'm big and hard because I've picked on a woman. What? Oh, make it make sense, for heaven's sake. It's absolutely ridiculous. What are you doing? I do my TikToks to you, Elphaba, in hopes that I sound ridiculous, but I'm hoping that it makes you look, you know, oh God, do I sound like that? It's not going to. I'm not stupid. I know it's not. Excuse me. You are kidding me, Poker. Wow. So it's okay for one of Elphaba's followers to claim that you haven't been through what you've been through, but goodness, God forbid, any one of us should say, well, why haven't you transitioned? That is absolutely outrageous. But unfortunately, birds of a feather, yeah? Oh, it's a good job I wasn't in there, Poker. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The thing is, when you've left relationships like that, just because you've left doesn't mean the damage doesn't continue. The after effects, the aftermath of that can stay with you for life. It can stay with you for years, right? So something happened to me a few months ago. It involved a disagreement. Something was thrown, and instantly I was right back there. You could have plucked me out. If you told me it was 1996, I would have believed you. That's how damaging it is. And I left that particular relationship 20 plus years ago, and it follows me to this day. It affects the way we do things. It affects the way we do things. It affects the way we see the world. It affects the way we interact with the world. It affects the way we parent. There is no part of our lives that aren't touched by that experience. Okay? So I'm telling you this because the person you're living next door to is living this. And from her perspective, you are a 6 foot, whatever you are, person, intimidating them and intimidating their kids. There is nothing about that is okay. Nothing. How do you know that person hasn't got alarms in their house? How do you know that person isn't so triggered and traumatised by your behaviour that they're not going to hit an alarm which will go straight through to a police station? How do you know what psychological response that woman has had to you that you don't see because you haven't had the bottle to go and have a conversation with her? Have you spoken to her? Have you listened to her? No, of course you haven't. Because like you say, everyone's big and hard behind a screen, yes? Including you. Absolutely, including you. Do you know what, Poker? If somebody raises a voice and it's not even at me, I flinch. And I am, without sounding big-headed, one of the strongest people I know, and I flinch. Do you have any idea, Elphaba, what it's like to live with fight or flight? You are constantly battling the fight or flight response. Do you have any idea what that's like? You are putting a woman whose children have been through hell, you're putting her in a constant state of fight or flight. How long do you think it'll take before she does one of those things? And you'll be responsible for that. It is exhausting. It's absolutely terrifying. Do you know, I feel so bad for people that have it worse than I do. Mine is mild compared to a lot of people's. And yet, given all of the things that Elphaba says they've been through, you would think there would be a modicum of understanding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It isn't, Poker. It isn't. It absolutely isn't. And you know, it's really difficult to bear in mind somebody's mental health that you don't like. But that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to think of your mental health as well, because you've got to live with the consequences of your actions. You remember that, don't you? You have got to live with this. Knowing what you've done, and that's, for me, that's the worst. You know what you've done. You know. You're not stupid. You're a clever person. You're not stupid. You know exactly what you've done. But you don't stop. You just don't stop. And it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well for anybody, right? Not just you, for anybody. But what you're doing... Oh, Dazza, can you imagine? Honestly, I look back on my life now, and there's things I've done I'm not proud of. But I don't have to live that day by day, because they're odd things over a long period of time. This is all of the time. Hi, Claire. Oh, it absolutely is. Oh, very calculating. Yeah, very calculating. I can't tell you what I want to tell you, mum of 3 beautiful children. Good is all I'll say to that. Yeah. Do you have... I'm trying to think. Do you know what? To my misfits, anybody fancy a trip? Hey... Because we can absolutely go down to Devon next year, or Cornwall, and we'll meet up. What do you think? Yeah. I think that's what we should do. I genuinely think that's what we should do. Can you imagine the news? How many of them? Where are they? Oh, far too close for comfort. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. Yeah. We could do, yeah. We could hire a coach, couldn't we? Yeah. Because I've got mods that are down south that, you know, are worried about not being seen. So, oh, do you know, that would be wonderful. You don't join the Misfits. If you're here, you are one. It's as simple as that. Oh, really? You are Amber. We're all keeping it Ambers. Yeah, Lelani, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, honestly. We could replace Kevin, couldn't we? Yeah, why not? I'm sure there's a field somewhere nearby that somebody would be happy to loan for... I don't know, 2 days. What do you reckon? Thank you, Sunny Signs. Oh, we are all lovely until we're not. Until we get annoyed, and then we're really not. We're lovely for you. But yeah, I think that would be brilliant. We could have a really lovely weekend, and everybody could meet up, and you know, that would be fantastic. That would be we can show people that this is the nice side. You better wear them Crocs, I tell you. Well, if we hired enough coaches at different parts of the country from where everybody is, whoever's got that sort of license, we could just collect from various areas and then head south. I don't know, Josie. I don't know. Oh yeah, peaceful process. Or we could just stand in silence. I'd happily stand in silence. Oh, Misty, that would be brilliant. Thank you, Claire. Ah, can I pin? That is an outfit you do not want to see me in, trust me. I mean, I will, but it comes with a warning. I can't be responsible for people being sick. Yeah. Have you done that? I don't know. Let me pin that. There you go. I've pinned that for you. Thank you, nobody. Nobody, that doesn't sound right at all. Caravans, yeah. Any way we can get there. See, I've got a car at the moment, but I'm restricted to how many miles I can drive. But I get my new car soon. I can get people in that. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I've got somebody who is in the Cheshire area who could pick people up from there, North Wales. Definitely, Leanne. Yeah, definitely. Dazza, you can, but I may not speak to you. Oh, dear. I think we should. Oh, do you know what? Definitely. I think we should definitely do it. If everybody's up for that, let's start making plans. For anybody else, it doesn't matter what time of the year it is, I will make it there. So, got to think about kids as well, haven't we, and holidays and stuff. So, if anyone can come up with some dates, and we'll see how many people can... I have no idea who the Cray twins are. She probably would. She probably would. Oh, look, they're all here for... Oh. Oh, dear. Boat up the Bristol... Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Catherine. Are you bananas? That's perfect. Oh, that's brilliant. How do, Chaos? Oh, do you know, you're gonna... The car seat. We've done it now. We're I tell you what. You're going to be descended upon. Just not a Friday. Oh, thank you. Oh, excellent, Tony. So what I want to do... how do we do this then? How do we organise it so that we've got everybody's input? I'm absolutely hopeless at this stuff. Oh, I love death metal. Thank you, Lee. There's a good few songs I could play. Oh, yeah, I bet. A Facebook event, thank you. That's perfect. Yeah, absolutely, inbox me. Hang on, I have to be following you. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, following you back. Yeah, inbox me, not a problem. Are you the only one in Norfolk? I'm sure you're not. Oh, thank you, Lee. Hang on a minute. Sorry, I'm just faffing with the phone. Faff. Where are you? Can someone share the live to RG if he's not already in here? Oh, Victoria. I like that song. Oh, Dr. Green Thumbs, what's the matter? Hang on. You're in the Highlands. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Right, so what we'll do, I think what we'll do is I'll make the event up in Facebook, and then we'll people can put in where they are and all the rest of it, and we can organise it that way. So, and don't forget as well the Misfits Fund. If anybody needs petrol money or anything like that, please let me know. And then we can use the Misfits pot for this. This is exactly what it's designed for, actually. Crime Watch. But yeah, if we do that, we'll change into... Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Hazel. We'll pick you up. Yeah, yeah. Summer holidays, you think? We can do that. Need a flight from Canada. If you can get a cheap one, yeah, why not? Absolutely. Yeah, we will. 24 hours. Well, at least we'll have somewhere to stay. Please make sure you're hydrating. Medication, if you need to take any, don't forget. Frankie, did your mug ever arrive? We can all bring food as well. You know, we can do this. We're women. We can do this. Apart from biscuits for the mods. Oh, for heaven's sake. Right, Frankie, it got sent out and then it got sent back because apparently there was something inside it that may go bang, even though it had already been checked. So we resent it out. So I'll send it out again. That's ridiculous. Ugh. Oh, wonderful. Roast marshmallows over Kevin. Absolutely. Why not? Let's see how brave they are when all of us are right there. Oh, brilliant, Jiminy. Absolutely fantastic. After February. Yeah, of course. Hey, I met Jared from Supernatural. I met him. We can put Kevin to good use, yeah. Kevin is the incinerator bin that Mum of 3 has got, that got blown away. Didn't he get blown away? Did you find him? Because I saw the rest in peace Kevin with his lid. Oh dear, yeah. Oh, we won't tell them when we're coming. Oh, absolutely. Hi, Zoe. I'm good. I haven't been on for ages. Life, you know how it gets in the way. Do you know, probably, but this is us organising a trip for us all to meet up. It's got absolutely nothing to do with anybody else. So, Heidi, hi. Will you? Oh, bless you, sunny signs, definitely. Oh, do you know, all her mum does is shout and screech. Oh, bless your heart, Emma. I hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry you're not feeling very well. Goodbye, all. Yeah. Oh, dear. You will absolutely get a hug. Absolutely. I was going over a very loose kind of timeline of behaviour. I'm trying to explain that to people that there is a pattern in this behaviour. It is a demonstrable pattern as well. It's something that, you know, you don't have to look very hard to see it, and it's predictable. That's the thing. Yeah, I won't. It's predictable, so you'll get the something will happen, let's say, and then they'll be called out on the something that's happened. And people will start to go, well, actually, hang on, that doesn't sound right. That can't possibly have happened that way, that, you know, and all the rest of it. And they'll double down for a bit and tell people they're being transphobic because they're disagreeing. And then comes the apology. Oh, the meltdown. We'll have the meltdown next. So we have the meltdown because everybody's picking on them. And then we have the apology. yeah? How they're very, very sorry. They didn't mean to traumatise anybody. They're so sorry they were upset. You know the spiel. And then we have the pity party. The nobody likes me, everybody hates me. One. Thank you, Evie. And then it begins again. The cycle begins again. Because that is what they think is the best way of manipulating their audience. And unfortunately, a lot of us see through it, but her audience is younger than most of us, and so don't have the life experience to know that this is a pattern. So what they see is somebody that's constantly being bullied and constantly being picked on, and how awful, you know, we're doing. All these horrible people are picking on them and making their life so awful. You know, that's all they see. And so they don't see this. They don't see what we see because we've got life experience. And I want people to understand, if you can, I'm going to big her up again, Observer's channel, just uploads, doesn't edit. You can go on there and you can watch it and you can see the cycle. As you go through the videos, if you go through them in order, you can see the cycle. So we've had I think the latest is Everybody Hates Me, Nobody Likes Me. Yeah. And now we're back to you're all being transphobic. You're sending me masculine gifts. That's transphobic. You think I don't see that? That's transphobic. So now we're back on the I'm being bullied. I've got people to see. There was a whole thing today. Was it today or yesterday? Where they were going on preparing people for this live, is my opinion, because they were saying there is all these women, all these grown women who are 30, 40, 50 years older than me, who seem to have it in for me. All they do is pick on me. All they do is go after me if they're not nothing better to do. Frankly, you are what I consider an important situation. Your behaviour towards this young woman is so abhorrent and so disgusting that, yeah, you're my focus. I do have better things to be doing and I'm doing them. So please don't be under any illusion that I'm literally sat watching a screen. I hear about you all the time and I ignore 99% of it because I just think, off she goes again. But when you went for that young mother, you crossed a line. And you've crossed that many lines, but I have just left you to it. Despite what I know, I've left you to it. Now you've not only got Bandbird creators, add me to the list. And for somebody who doesn't like being doxed and who complains constantly about being doxed, to actually ask your audience to go and find Bandbird. Justify that to me. Justify it to me. What's she done? Literally what's she done? Nothing. She's recorded your behaviour. Yeah. She's noted what your behaviour does, how your behaviour is responded to by various entities, including this platform. She's documented your behaviour. That's all she's done. She hasn't made up your behaviour. She hasn't sent anybody after you. What she said is, this behaviour is wrong. And people who agree with her have come to her and said, did you know? Have you seen? That's it. She doesn't actively track you. You're really not that interesting. You're a liability. Yeah? So to then go and ask your audience to go and find her makes you as bad as the people you complain about who are doxing you. And I disagree with doxing. I don't care who you are, right? Nobody should be doxed. Everybody has the right to live a peaceful life. Everybody has the right to close their front door and expect to be safe. A bit like your neighbour. Oh, I'm ranting. I'm sorry, I don't mean to rant. Yeah, there's definitely... Correct, Sarah, yes. Well, I tell you what, if Maria isn't there, that means Elphaba knows how to use the washing machine. Can I make a suggestion? And you use it. Between the hours of, say, 9 and 6 a.m. to p.m., not p.m. to a.m., yeah? I think, do you know what it is, the bald thing? I think that's what it is. I think so many of us, and I don't mean to generalise here, but a lot of us have been through similar to what mum of 3 has been through. And so it was literally like characters unlocked on a game, honestly. The second I found out what she'd done, it was like I woke up, you know, and that attitude of, ugh, off she goes again, kind of morphed into, no, not having that, not having that. Because if that was my child, my daughter, in that situation, I would have been in Barnstable so fast your head would have spun. Yeah? Sorry, I should laugh at that. That's quite funny. Oh, dear. Oh, I have to look. Oh, I don't know. I don't really. Is Maria at the house, mum of 3? Do you know? I mean, there's no, you know. Oh, that's clever. You and I think very similarly, House of Lies. That's what I'd be doing. Absolutely, bald thing. That's exactly how I felt. Oh, Hazel, I'm so sorry. Hang on a minute. Sorry, just catching. No problem. She is there. Right, okay. I sometimes wonder, you know, whether... I sometimes wonder whether she feels intimidated by Elphaba. Because Elphaba is very... I mean, physically, quite intimidating, I would imagine, at their height. Certainly has the strength of... more strength than a woman, let's put it that way. So I wonder whether sometimes that she feels... Yeah, I think that, Claire. I do think that. I think there are times when she just thinks, I'm backing away. Because I don't think she has the tools to deal with it. Yeah, exactly, Antoinette, I agree. I really don't think she's got the tools to deal with it. You think Maria is scarier? He was screwing her. Yeah. I mean, you know, you learn a lot from your parents, is all I'll say to that. However, I think if you've... My boy, right, is... I say boy, he's 27. My boy's 6'3", okay? He's a biker. He's a big lad. There is absolutely no way on God's green earth that he would raise his voice to me, never mind anything else, okay? But that's because he's been brought up to be respectful of his elders, okay? And he's a good lad. Some of you will have met him on lives. So this, it wouldn't be an issue. However, if Elphaba has had problems in the past as a child and that's not been dealt with appropriately or been managed at all, then that would explain some of the behaviour, and that would also explain why Maria doesn't seem able to, you know, at this point, Elphaba is living in her house. And to my mind, and I might be wrong, but to my mind, if I was living in my parents' home, right, and if my behaviour possibly could get them removed from that home, I wouldn't be doing what Elphaba's doing. There's no way. I would not risk my mum's home, right, simply to shout. So there's no respect there for me. There's no respect there at all, because what's going to happen if Maria is rendered homeless because of your actions, Elphaba? Are you going to support you both? Are you going to find a property to rent and support you both and look after your mum? Because it won't be anybody else that's lost her home, it'll be you. And you'll have to live with that. So I think there's definitely an issue there, but I think at this point, I think she has given Elphaba good advice in the past, and it has been completely ignored. Exactly, Jane. Well, they could, Jazzy, but that's a bit far-fetched. No, I didn't see what Dawn said, sorry. Can you go back and pin it, or get someone to pin it, or just send me in the right direction? No, they're not safe. Hi, Vicky. No, you're not late, darling. You've arrived exactly when you were meant to. Yeah, it's very hard to be evicted from a property, but once that ball is rolling, yeah, but once that ball is rolling, it's impossible to stop. Yeah, Claire, I'm 53, my mum is 75. If I spoke to my mum like that, flipping heck, it wouldn't end well. It wouldn't end well. Not proven, Queen D, but quite likely. Exactly. She's doing okay. Kylie Bananas, yeah, she's doing okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, she's doing okay. She's as far as I know, she's got the stuff that she needed. I don't know what I think they're in a house. But I'm not entirely sure. Absolutely tours. Absolutely. That's a fact. Yeah. The look, yeah. They shared a room, didn't they? Oh dear. Was that because of their living situation? Or was that a choice? House of Lies. It just... my personal opinion, they both need help. That's all right, Andrea, don't worry. I mean, my stepdaughter's about to turn 11 and she knows the look. 2-bed property. Oh, right, okay. Got you. No, I think... No, they're not being evicted, Charles, but if they don't stop, then there's a good chance. It's a terraced house. Have they got... the woman in question is right there. So, mum of 3, is there an update on if housing are... I don't think you meant invoiced, are you? Did you? Oh, involved, yeah, thank you. The police won't do anything because it's civil at this point. So unless Elphaba does something criminal, like, well, I'm not going to say, but does something criminal, they won't get involved because it's a civil matter. Yeah, I think we've all had the look. Yeah, that seems to be a thing with them as well. I think a lot of us will get, some of us get letters from places we don't want to read, and we bury our head in the sand and we don't deal with it. The problem with them not dealing with it is they're putting putting them in the position of, well, you've not listened, so you've got to go. Jimmy, yeah. I think she is, Glynis. Oh dear. Yeah. No, I know about lunch. I know. Yes, they will. Bear with me a sec. Hang on a minute. I'll have to... Oh, I might have to look at that later. Yes, Amber. If you're concerned, darling. Please. I didn't see it, so... yeah, if somebody's struggling, please reach out to them. House is a fire risk. Yeah, that's the other thing, because you're connected property. That person says the police are on their side. Is Dawn struggling? Oh, that is interesting, Jules. Let me just put that up there. Sorry, I'm just looking for... We do worry, Dawn. We do worry. We care. Are you okay, darling? You can inbox any of us. You know that, don't you? We are here to help if we possibly can. Oh. Well, I wish she would hoard doors, tidy things, washing machines that work. That would be a start, wouldn't it? Thank you, Anthony. Sorry, I missed that. Thank you. Oh, wow. 3 years. That's far too long. Thank you, Watchtower. I really appreciate that. Puggle Mum. Thank you, G. Puggle Mum. It's very simple. Following, the amount of followers they have would be slightly different if they were all genuine, but let's move on. And the money they've made them in the past. That's literally it. You have to be very clever on here. There are ways of doing things on here, and it doesn't always work. But once you understand how it operates and how they deal with stuff on here, it's easier. Not always, but easier. I've seen lives get discontinued for literally nothing, and then I've watched lives with Elphaba and it's not discontinued at all. So it's all in the wording. You know, when you make a report, the first line of defence is like a computer program, like an AI kind of, you know, when you're talking online but you're not talking to a person, you're talking to a computer. It's a bit like that. So you have to know the words to use when you report a live. It's very and even then it doesn't always work, depending on the creator. I mean, there's some things that some of the creators have said on here on lives that are absolutely despicable, and things that shouldn't be said to your worst enemy, never mind somebody that you just don't like. And they have no repercussions because, and I found that when I was managed by TikTok, actually, that I could put it, somebody could complain, I could get something taken down or removed, or a comment, and as soon as I put an appeal in, it's restored. So there's a lot of that goes on. You want to be with, if you're going to be with an agency, you want to be with a good one. I highly recommend Miss Remy. Can I say? Plugging you, Miss Remy. Okay, Dawn, good. Yes, Donna. I tell you, if you all lived, they lived in Scotland, yeah, it would have been sorted by now without the involvement of the council. Yeah, they don't. It was blowing a gale. It was peeing down with rain. This was Friday, and a fella walked out with his dogs and a pair of shorts. I just like, yeah. They're a different breed up here, honestly. They're amazing, but they are a different breed. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Oh, bless your heart. You're all so lovely. You are all so lovely, honestly. Oh, you're kidding me. At 9:10. Just out of curiosity, Mum of three, are your children below? Are they junior school age? This is just. Are they junior school? Who's that following me? Maria's bedsheet doors. Oh dear. I thought it was a flag. I thought it was a flag that was. Never mind. They're very unique doors. Hang on a minute. Yeah, that's very true, Hayley. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just. You're on again. Oh God, you make me laugh. Sometimes I'll watch a TikTok and the funniest part of the TikTok's the comments. That's brilliant. I love that. Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, we could. Do you know what? We could go and blast it, couldn't we? From 9 in the morning till 7 p.m. It's baby. You're naughty. Oh dear. I completely agree with that, Carol. Was that Carol? Hazel, I completely agree. You got stuck in the garage. Oh, for heaven's sake. Yeah. Oh dear. Sorry, just hang on a second. Oh, the Scots are built differently, aren't you? You are. I mean, I'm part Scottish, not full Scottish, but honestly, they are a whole different breed up here. Amazing people. I was out in the front garden pulling some weeds, and the gentleman from across the way, that must be in his 80s at least, got out of his warm home, came across with a bottle of weed on, the weed killer. Oh, absolutely lovely. Incredible. Scottish kiss. Yeah. Did you? Oh, congratulations. Ayrshire tatties, yeah. That's where I am, Donna. I'm in East Ayrshire. Oh, bless you. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Full-time school. So they're under the age of, so they're 11 or younger, yeah? So 9:10, they would all be in bed, yeah? And she's got her washing machine on. Wow. You know what, Mum of three? If you've got the opportunity to, when I end this live, go live and just let people listen and record it at the same time if you can, or at least download it afterwards so that you've got that as evidence. Oh, I bet, Hazel, yeah. Oh, Watchtower Returns. That's brilliant. I love that. You're all right. Is this? Hang on. I can't. Do you know? There's a couple of Kylies. Is this Kylie that we've helped that got married? I'm doing great, Kylie. Thank you. Hi, Vinny. Oh, can you imagine all of us dressed as witches? Oh, I love it. Maria's washing machine. You are stuck in the spin cycle. Oh, dear. Oh, Anthony. Oh, you definitely think like a misfit. Yeah, is that you, Kylie? Australian Kylie, for want of a better way of describing you. Hang on. -4. Were you in shorts? Hey, Kate. Oh, Mum, they're not good. Yeah. Oh, I think it's wonderful, Kylie. Well done. That's brilliant. You're joking, little miss. Really? Oh, am I following you? I'll follow you back. I've requested anyway. Nancy! Hi, beautiful. How are you? 2 and 5. Oh, bless them. Little babies they are. See, that has activated my mother bear. It really has. Honestly, I think that's why I'm so focused at the moment, because I think of my kids, having kids and being in that same position, and there is nothing I wouldn't do to protect them. And so I'm taking that attitude and I'm sending that protection to you, okay? Because it's not okay. And it's not your fault. It's not you, per se. It's them. The police won't deal with a noise complaint, unfortunately. They would deal with other complaints, but not a noise complaint. No one can switch you off. You need unplugging from the mains. Oh, really? Oh, dear. I'm going to say it. Have you been a naughty Nunu, Watchtower? Sorry. Oh, no. If I've triggered anyone, I do apologise. Oh, dear. Yeah. They're doing what they need to do. You need to tell me where your shop is, because you never know. I might be. Oh, Kylie, I'm so glad. I'm so happy for you. That is brilliant, love. Absolutely brilliant. The washing machine, it sounds like the bearings are going on it. Oh, it makes me sound so B&Q, doesn't it? But I think that's what the noise is. Oh, bless you, Kylie. I'm back now. I am back now. Do you know what? Oh, Andrea, I'm so sorry. Am I following you, love? Sorry, I set my messages to friends only. So if you can't get hold of me, get hold of one of my mods and I will follow you back. Father of 7. Wow. I'm a mother of 6. Oh, it's awful. It's just awful. Absolutely. Do you know what you've got to do? You've got to make yourself an absolute pain, so that when they pick up the phone, they go, ugh, again, because they'll deal with you quicker. It's awful, but it's true. You know, you'll always pay attention to the squeaky wheel, won't you? We are bald thing. Turn me off, I've had enough. Oh dear. Oh. We really have. Do you know what? You she couldn't have done it better, could she? If there is a group of people you do not want coming after you, it's a group of parents. you do not want that. Flipping heck. They are doing, I think the council are doing stuff, aren't they? It's just slow. Oh, thank you, Coops. It's nice to be back, do you know? It really is. Yeah. Oh, it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. The amount of stuff and evidence that is out there, which is what is so frustrating for everybody, most of all for BB, I think, because she put so much effort into that report and so far nothing. So to be able to get away with this sort of behaviour, to be intimidating somebody on a live and for nothing to be done, it just beggars belief. Yeah, they need a lot as well, don't they, Donna? There has to be no doubt that the family need to be gone. There has to be no wiggle room as well, because it's expensive for a council to take somebody to court. I think Elphaba's washing machine has just decided, I can't cope with the level of dirt. Oh, stop it, I'm being horrible. Thank you, Kim. She's not, Jem. She's not. She's not. It's Maria. An incident there. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Oh, God, can you imagine? Oh, it does make me laugh, though, that Elphaba thinks they're famous. If you don't watch TikTok, you're not famous. And your fame is known as infamy, not fame. The two are not the same. Hi, Cassandra. Care package for the washing machine. Should we organise? Should we go down and rescue it? I think we should go to the Royal Society of Protection for the washing machine. We could go and rescue it, couldn't we? Oh dear. Oh, absolutely. If Elphaba isn't watching this already, somebody is recording it to send to her. Absolutely. Yeah. Hi, Matt. I didn't see you sneak in. You all right, love? Listen, mum of three, right? Let me tell you something. They're very brave in a crowd. They're very brave behind a screen. What they are not brave is when they are fronted and confronted with the truth, right? You aren't doing anything wrong. What they'll do is, if they bump into you and you say anything to them, they'll just shout. That's literally what they'll do. They'll just shout so that you can't speak. They won't touch you. They wouldn't. They're not that. They'll just shout. They'll shout loudly and they'll shout aggressively, but that's all they'll do. Yeah? You being in that situation of not wanting to leave the house, I can't say what I think because it'll get me in trouble. But rest assured, you are not alone Okay? Sorry, I've RSPCW. Exactly. I love that. If you can get hold of a personal alarm, mum of three, one of those ones that emits a very high screeching sound, if you bump into them and they start shouting, activate it. That's what I would do, because not only will it stop them, it will get other people's attention. Right? You absolutely do, Claire. Spot on. You absolutely do. Listen. If you can't afford a personal alarm, I will make sure you get one. Okay, that's very good as well, Donna. But if you need a personal alarm, you let me know. Misfits will pay for one. Oh, Coops, that's awful. Oh, bless you, Scottish Mo. Thank you, Sal. They're on Amazon. Okay. Have you got one? Right. Have you got them? You've got a personal one, yeah? Take it out with you, darling. This is what bugs me, and I'm not your age anymore, unfortunately. But I promise you, they wouldn't touch you. They don't have the necessary to do that. They really don't. They will just try to intimidate you. And that is very intimidating, don't get me wrong. But if you've got a personal alarm on you, hit it. And watch them run. But if you need anything, yeah, absolutely watch out. If you need anything and we can help, spray them with Febreze. That's genius. Oh dear. That's made me laugh. Oh. Yeah, absolutely. Spray with deodorant. Yeah. Have you got a video doorbell? Mum of three. Do you have one of those? Because that can also be very useful in recording. Bar of soap. I wouldn't do that to the soap, Kim.